Welcome back to FAB Automotive Detailing. In this video, I'm going to show you the Malco's Epic Paint Correction System. Let's do it. So as you guys know, I have done Malco videos in the past, and this video is sponsored by Malco. Thank you, Malco, so much for sending me these products. They also sent me some other goodies, which you guys will see videos on in the future. I do have other Malco products that I bought from my distributor. I just haven't had a chance to get to them in videos yet. But the reason I'm making this video is because they asked me to put this in this part in the video, is they're doing a depth of gloss challenge. And the depth of gloss challenge is you have to use their Epic system and get the best gloss you can on a car with it. They want to see, they'd like to see before and after pictures, but that's not mandatory. But they want you to take a reflection shot, a depth of gloss shot, and it has to feature at least one Epic product in the picture. So, and they say to be creative. The contest is going from September 1st to October 30th. Now I know that this is a little bit late on the video, but I just got this stuff this week, so I can only make it this weekend. I got the rules right here. I'm sorry, you guys. But the Epic system is $135 for this kit. I'm going to show you the kit here in just a second. But in my opinion, that is a really good deal because you're getting all these products. You're going to see it here in just a second. And you can go on their website and you can buy this because a lot of products on Malco's website you can't buy. But just to let you guys know, because of my video, you can now get their Iron Blaster on their website. You guys can go on there and you can order it. I'm going to go through the rules really quick. Take a picture with the Malco Epic in the background. Make sure an element of the Malco Epic system is visible somewhere in the photo. Post your photo on Facebook or Instagram, tagging at Malco Products, at Malco Epic Challenge. Share your before and after transformations, not judged. We just love to see them, is what they said. And then you're going to upload to their short stack link. And I will put a link to that video for you guys to check it out, their depth of gloss challenge video, down in the description of this video, so you can go and you can actually see the rules, exactly how to get in the depth of gloss challenge. Now I'm going to show you what comes in the Epic kit. It comes in this nice box right here. You get your finishing polish, your medium cut, and your heavy duty compound. One thing I think that's really cool about this is the cap coloring is the pad color. So the black pad is for finishing, your orange pad is for your medium cut, your gray pad is for your heavy duty. They also have a wool pad in here. And these bags are reusable, so once they are dry, you can put them back in here, keep your pads nice and clean. So you get 4 pads with it. You get 3 microfiber towels, long nap on one side, short nap on the other side, and you get a pad conditioning brush. I'm gonna take the picture that I wanna put for the challenge, in the challenge. I'll show you guys what that picture is gonna be. I'll put it in this video. And we'll basically go from there. We'll see how well this stuff actually works. I've never used the Epic system before. This is the first time for me. I think it came out like a year or 2 years ago. I don't remember. But we need to get this video going, and we're gonna do it on 2010 GMC Terrain. All right, so let me show you what this paint looks like. It's a very, very pretty blue, but it does have a lot of oxidation in it. There's a lot of swirls in it. There's a lot of imperfections in this paint. Hoping you guys are picking that up. You can see them right there in the light. There's a good view of it over there. A lot of swirls, a lot of scratches. This is my parents' car. They take a lot of vacations, so it sees a lot of interstate driving. Stuff like this, we might be able to make those better, but we're not going to be able to get rid of them. My fingernail does catch on it. There's a lot of oxidation on these side panels. Hoping the camera picks that up. Especially on the lower panels here, there's a lot of oxidation. You can see all the scratches right there in that light. All the swirls. This right here, we're gonna do our best we can with this. We'll probably use the wool pad on these heavy spots. And there's spots all around it. But it just gets driven, you guys. They drive it a lot. Going on vacations. They just got back from South Dakota and Wyoming. And yeah, so there it is. Let's get to it. Okay, so as you can see, we have a tape line set up for a 50-50. We will be using the orange pad with the medium duty compound, orange and orange, pretty cool. I like that. It does say to shake well. You're going to work it into the surface until it becomes like an opaque and clear color, and that's when you know it's done. It says, do not buff to a dry surface. Epic medium duty compound is designed to stay wet throughout the entire polishing process to achieve a swirl-free finish. So in other words, once you start seeing it goes clear, you need to stop, and then you're going to wipe it down with a towel. That's what it means by do not buff it until it's completely gone. So it says use 4 drops, and the reason I'm choosing this, I have watched their video, and it does tell you that for what like this car has for like the swirls and stuff like that, they recommend using the medium duty. We'll see what it does. If it doesn't seem to take care of it, we'll bump up to the heavy duty. And the wool pad is for hard clear coats. From my experience, most German cars, and I say most, not all, Mercedes, BMW, Audis, Volkswagen, stuff like that, they usually have hard clear coats. I am not sure on this terrain. So we're going to start with the medium duty. If you're ever not sure, always go less than what you think you probably need. We're going to do 4 drops, just like they say. Let's get a smell. It does not have a smell other than a little bit of a chemical hint. No fragrance to it at all. You're going to start on a speed 1. And by the way, they sent me 6.5-inch pads, so I had to put my 6.5-inch backing plate back on my Boss machine. Okay, now I am going to go ahead and apply 2 more drops because it doesn't feel like that's got enough to it. This pad is actually pretty firm. I don't know if you guys can see it kind of bouncing around a little bit. And then we're going to move up to a speed 6. And then work it into the paint in a cross-hatch pattern. Now, one thing I'm already seeing that I don't really care for is I'm seeing dusting. Wipe off, though, is a breeze. It's looking like I'm going to need more of a cut than that. Show you. Look at here's some dusting. Dusting over here. I don't know if you guys can see that with the light or not. It definitely made it an improvement. Definitely did. The paint looks a lot better, but I'm still seeing some marks. So before we take the tape off, we're going to go up to the heavy duty with the gray pad. And the directions are the same for the heavy duty compound as the other. I have shaken it well. I'm going to actually smear this in by hand this time. I'll put a few extra drops in because it's a new pad. I left all my nitro gloves in the camper, so I gotta do it by hand. Not that big of a deal. This is a stout pad, I can tell you that already. I just bumped you guys. Man, it looks so much better already. Still seeing some spots. in there, but I tell you what, this car's never had any polishing done to it. So I'm going for 90 to 95% is what I'm going for. All right, let's take the tape off. Let's take a look at it. Let's just look at the light first. You see how it goes kind of blurry? Let me turn this light on. Maybe that'll help out. Let me move you guys. Oh, there's a big difference right there. I can tell you already. Okay, so here's this. And you can see the difference right there. Bam! That looks good. That looks extremely good. I'm really happy with that. Dang, that looks really good. Because there's even like watermarks all on this paint. There's one right there. There's obviously defects in this paint that I can't do anything with, like that right there. Okay, so I'm done with this side of the hood. As you guys can see, that looks absolutely fantastic. Because if I get over here, yeah, see all those watermarks, everything like that. It's working really well. I would love to not have any dusting. Sometimes that happens with these paint correction products. But one thing I didn't mention earlier is it does have a very long work-in time. I just worked this section right here for a while, and it never wanted to dry on me. It had a really long working time, which is great for us detailers, the guys that do this a lot. When you want good paint correction, you don't want to have to keep stopping, put more in your pad and keep going. This stuff, you can work it and work it and work it, and it doesn't seem to disappear. So that's really good right there. So I figured I'd tell you that. Don't care for the dusting. Great working time, great correcting abilities, especially out of the heavy cut. It's really good. I like it a lot. Alright, so the first stage of paint correction is done. The heavy duty compound worked really well. Very happy with it. Other than the dusting, that's only my only downside to it. But look how good the paint looks. There's some marks. I'm getting probably 92% paint correction, which is pretty good on a car that's never ever had a paint correction. And it's almost 10 years old. So, but there are some little specks of imperfections, and that's what happens when you use a compound, a heavy-duty compound. You put imperfections in the paint to remove imperfections. So the next step of the finishing polish is what's going to remove that and refine the paint and make it really glossy. I mean, it's already really glossy compared to what it was when I got it. Now you're going to see dust on this panel. I'm not worried about the dust right now. We'll get that in a little bit. You know, the dust isn't a deal breaker. Would it be nice to not have dust? Absolutely, it'd be nice to not have dust. But this corrected the paint really, really well. And wipe off is absolutely a breeze. One of the easiest wipe offs I've ever had on a correction product. Back end turned out really good. Real happy with that. I still have to go around the lettering. But seriously, you remember all the swirls this thing had in it. We're about 90%. That right there, I tried to get those out, but all those, my fingernail catches on every one of those, so there's nothing we can do about that without putting touch-up paint on it. And what you're seeing on this panel, if you can see, is actually dusting. So, got most of those out that were right there from the purse. Most likely that's what it is, from a purse. All of the Epic polishes say that it contains no waxes, fillers, or silicones, making it 100% body shop safe. Or in other words, what they're saying is when you have swirls in your paint and it has fillers will cover those swirls and you think that you fixed it. And then come to find out a few months later, once everything wears off, the swirls are back. It's not gonna do that. Once you wipe off the polish, what you have left on the surface is what you're gonna see when you wax the car. The other thing is it does say it achieves a deep show car level gloss. That's the purpose of the finishing polish. It's for lightly swirled up cars from like car washes and stuff like that. But after a heavy duty compound like what we did, we had to put some imperfections into the paint. Now we got to get those little tiny imperfections out of the paint that we just put in, and that's where the finishing polish comes in the store. So I've already shaken it up because I had the top on it, and I didn't take the cellophane off, and I did it again, you guys. I just felt like not putting it on video this time. We're gonna put 4 on here. This is a little bit runnier than the other 2, but there we go. And we're gonna do the exact same thing. Now, what sucks is my 3-inch polisher took a crap. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that for these small areas. I gotta figure something out. But I'm gonna have to buy a new 3-inch polisher because I have a detail next weekend too. And when you're spreading these things around, you can actually see the oils in it, and that's what gives you that long working time. I'm gonna start on 1, then we'll move up to about a 4 or 5. What's the bottle say? Guess I should have read that. It says to a setting of 3, but I really like 4 on my finishing, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take you guys off the tripod. I want to show you how easy this stuff is to wipe off all of them. I haven't done this one yet, but you can see how it's starting to disappear in sections. That's when you know you're done. You have used the abrasives up. It's time to remove. They don't want you to continue to get rid of it. They don't want you to continue. It's what it means by the bottle. It says don't buff dry. They don't want you to use your buffer to make it all turn clear. So let me show you guys how easy this stuff is to wipe off. That easy. See that? You see right where I just went. Right there. It's so simple. Easy wipe off, and that is awesome. And that definitely brought the gloss out. I'm hoping the lights in the garage are doing it justice because it is not sunny out. It is overcast, so we'll take it out when I get done with the finishing polish and look at it regardless, but yeah, that really does refine the surface a lot. It looks deeper. It looks like you can kind of reach in and just grab that light right there. Look how clear that is. All right, you guys, there is no protection on this at all. I pulled it out. The sun is out just for a minute. Look how cloudy it is. It looks fantastic. I am super stoked. My parents are going to absolutely love it. See, I cannot see my screens. Hopefully you guys are seeing the sparkle in the paint, the clouds in the sky. And it looks excellent. I'm going about 90%. That's what I got. I couldn't get it all. It's been, like I said, it's been almost 10 years. This thing's never had a paint correction before. But it looks super good. Give you an away shot. It looks nice. And there's nothing even on it. That's what's amazing. The gloss is really good with this Epic system. Extremely good. Very easy to use. Let me see if I can get the sun on this fender right here. Nah, I can't. Well, maybe I am. I can't see my camera, the screen. The sparkle and the blue looks absolutely amazing. The metallic in it. So there you guys have it. The Epic system works extremely well. I'm very happy with the way this terrain looks. It's sitting right behind the camera that you guys just saw. Extremely happy with it. Thank you, Malco, once again for sending me this Epic paint correction system, this awesome hat, this awesome gasser, the Malco gasser from, what is that, hang on a minute, it says it on the box, 1967 Mustang, the Malco gasser. This thing is awesome. Made by GMP model car. And in a future video, you guys will see me using the Epic ceramic coating starter kit. And the reason I'm not doing it on the train is my mom has to have it back tonight. I knew I wouldn't have time this weekend with the wedding, but I wanted to at least make the Epic paint correction video for the challenge that's going on by Malco, Depth of Gloss Challenge. As far as the Epic paint correction kit, I am very, very happy with it. The heavy duty compound works absolutely excellent. teamed up with their gray pad. And if for the really heavy defects, you get that wool pad, and that thing, like I said, that's going to become my new best friend. It works extremely, extremely well to remove heavy defects. Are there some defects left over in the paint? Yes. But like I said in the video, you have to remember, this thing's almost 10 years old and it's never had a paint correction. It had oxidation on it. It had scratches all over it. It had swirls all over it. It's got paint chips. It's got dents. It's got all kinds of stuff. The paint looks so much better than it did when it got here. I mean, like I said, I probably got 90 to 92% paint correction. That's pretty good on a car that's never had anything done to it, in my opinion. The medium duty compound I started out with worked great as well, but it just didn't have enough cut for what I needed for this car. So I skipped this step of the medium duty after I used the heavy duty, and I went straight to the finishing polish, and that worked great. That really brought the gloss out. That really brought the color back into the car. That removed the imperfections that we put in the compounding stage. I'm really happy with this. The brush is awesome as well. I didn't show that in the video. The towels, the 3 towels that come with it are excellent. They are really nice. They're soft. And the pads are really good. Now, I would like to have 5.5 inch pads. I don't like those big 6 inch pads. And my other thing I might change in the pads, I want them to be a little bit smaller, not nearly as thick. The only problem that I had with the whole system is that it did dust. But it's not that big of a deal because back in the day, everything dusted. And for the final appearance of the car to look as good as it does, the dust is a minimal complaint, because I just took a blowgun and blew it right off. You could take a rag and just wipe it right off. The products go on really easy. They have long work-in time. And then removal. It doesn't matter if you do it immediately, or I got pulled away for a little bit after I'd polished the door, and my neighbor came over with a flat tire, had to help him change it, and came back in. I hadn't removed the polish yet, and it wiped right off. Just like that, it wiped right off. So, and the results speak for themselves. So it's easy on, easy off, great results, really good depth of gloss. I'm gonna show you guys the picture that I'm gonna use for the challenge right now. So that is the picture that I'm going to use for the challenge. Be creative, make something up. If you decide to do it, go to their website, buy the Epic system. In my opinion, for $130, this is an extremely good deal for what you get. You get a lot of good. Now, it doesn't include the card stuff. I'm talking about the Epic correction system. You get a lot of products for $135, and you can get results just like this. So once again, thank you, Malco, for sending this to me. I appreciate you guys stopping by and checking the video out. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button while you're down there. Join the FAB family. Hit that share button. Somebody might find this video helpful, and we will see you guys in the next video.